Is planet Nibiru greeting us? A huge dark object blocked the satellite's view of the sun. And we have images of this from August 20th, 2022. What's happening? On August 20th, 2022, the solar satellites STO AIA-304 recorded an object that appeared for some time between the camera and the sun. This is not to say that the event has no precedence. This happens with satellites from time to time, and every time the officials offer quite good explanations. In some cases, they say that it is the moon. In other cases, they talk about some kind of curtain on the satellite's optical systems. It's absolutely impossible for non-NASA people to check where the satellite is located at any time. We also don't know the design of their devices, so it's usually impossible to confirm or deny the officials. However, not this time. As can be clearly seen from the series of images, the edge of the shadow falling on the sun is very blurred. That never happens. So whether it was the moon or some kind of optics shutter or some similar object, the edge of the shadow should be sharp, but here the shadow is fuzzy. The only explanation for such phenomenon is the presence of a certain translucent shell at the source of the shadow, reminiscent of the atmosphere. And since the moon, as it were, does not have an atmosphere, it means that some other planet has risen between the sun and the satellites, which has an atmosphere. For example, what we see in this image of a Nibiru complex. So this is taken August 20th, 2022, Sarasota, Florida, 6:42 p.m. by Mario, and it's from Nibiru Complex Pole Shift Ning Zeta Talk. The view of Nibiru complex in a weaker telescope. Now, thus, when viewed as if in perspective, a complex of several moons forming a cross is visible, but it's about a certain cross in the sky that all the Nibiru witnesses are vanquishing. They observed this in their visions and continue to observe. Almost a year ago, the topic of Nibiru was mostly food for thought and the subject of discussion of Nibirologists. That is, everyone guessed that something was flying towards us. They gave each other various evidence and clues, but it has nothing to do with our lives. However, now everything has changed radically, and the world is on the verge of plunging into total chaos, certain episodes of which are already running in certain regions. And just like that, Nibirologists predicted for the H hour, that is, people will either be somehow distracted from what's happening in the sky, occupying them with a global default, or a great harvest will be arranged for guests from space, during which 2/3 of the population will diminish. Now, judging by what is happening both around in the sky, and all this is somehow clearly approaching. This is on Soul Ask, and if you want to see 3 videos before this one, Countdown Begun, concerning the merger of 2 black holes, and they say that we should have that among us in 3 years. And that will definitely, they don't say if we're going to see those mergers, that merger with the flash that we would see with our naked eye, but they say that there will be a huge flash and a gravitational wave coming towards us, which of course is not good, as you can understand. So please leave your comments about this, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.